Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey with Trevor and Travis. I'm Trav.
I'm Trev.
We're going to break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead.
We're also going to break down a shitty whiskey tonight. I'll tell you about it later.
No shitty whiskeys. Like we said, we're going to give you a good breakdown of Season 7, Episode 8, entitled Heart Still Beating.
And we're going to break down this whiskey right here called Canadian Crest.
Woo!
Top shelf, obviously.
Top shelf. It's not a mixing whiskey. We'll get to this review.
First thing we're going to talk about here, this is Season 7, Episode 8, Heart Still Beating. First thing we see is dinner with Negan. It's kind of short and sweet. It's kind of what you think he might want in life. He's sitting there with Carl, Big Olivia, and Small Judith.
Yeah.
And making spaghetti and telling her to make the good lemonade. They're all sitting down. He's setting an extra plate. They're waiting for Rick.
He's chopping garlic up. He's showing Rick how to he's showing Carl how to shave.
Yeah.
Always go against the grain.
And straight razor like a man.
Loving it. You know, he has his daughter and his son now, and he loves Carl. He likes Carl. He wants Carl to be just like him.
He wants some kind of part of that.
Yeah.
He says, I might just have to get me a house here.
The scenes we see him and Olivia all sitting together, like, doesn't it just seem like a family? And he's just kind of like, this is fake, but it just feels so right?
Yeah, right for the moment. Yeah.
He's like, want to try this sauce? Carl's all looking at it with the bad eyes, like, all right, yeah, I get
He's
it.
like, wait a minute. Now you want to try the sauce? Show him the good eye.
And we're going to talk about, we talked about earlier, last episode, about who might have given Daryl the key to get out of the compound.
We both called it was Jesus.
Jesus.
Got the little note. And the funny thing I've seen is like when he's running out, like he's hearing people, so he's waiting for them to leave. Mm-hmm. He's in somebody else's room wearing their clothes, just chilling, like eating peanut butter and shit. And just like, wait for him to leave. Goes out and
he walks down to the motorcycles and he sees a motorcycle that he's going to take, and Tommy comes up. And Tommy sees Daryl with a pipe in his hand.
And if you don't remember Tommy is a guy who
serves you a shit sandwich when you're in Negan's fucking safety.
Daryl only puked once with a sandwich, and Tommy delivered that sandwich to him. And you were saying earlier he was one of the first ones to beat Daryl down when
in that big jumping scene when Negan kind of pumped on him with the bat.
Yeah.
And then so
that's right.
We see Daryl in rare form, not showing any kind of remorse or any kind of like forgiveness. He beats him down with a lead pipe and melts this guy's face, and you don't even see it.
That's almost tougher than the seal right there. Lead pipe.
And Jesus is watching him like, oh, is Daryl in there? Daryl, you in there? And Daryl
I hope he don't come after me next.
he sees Rick's gun, and he goes, he grabs it, and he goes, it's not about like forgiving, it's all about taking everything, right? So Daryl's like, we're going for everything.
Yeah.
So he gets on his bike, him and Jesus take off.
Yeah. Then we get the intuitive Carol there, and we see Morgan knock on her door. And she opens it before he even gets there. She's like, what are you doing here? She's just like all about wanting to be by herself. He offers her fruit. She says, I already got it. You know, his equal is trying to butter her up because he sees who she really is. Yeah. And then right when go ahead.
Yeah, she's still not fighting. She's using her pacifistic gill on her vagina now. She's not trying to fight anymore. And Morgan's right there with her saying, yeah, this isn't our battle. This isn't our fight. But anyone can die. I don't want to be any part of it.
Let's call it right now. Whoever has epiphanies on this show dies. Think of Merle, had an epiphany, let Michonne go.
Herschel?
Try to shoot the governor. Bam. Herschel had an epiphany. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Glenn had an epiphany. We're talking neatly about the whole Savior thing, about this, just we live for everyone. You're only here to survive. You have to live the people that are now dead.
Carol's going to die.
I think Carol's going to die in the next season, but she's kind of being built up for it. She doesn't know yet that Glenn's dead. She doesn't know that.
We also haven't seen her in the last 3 episodes. I think it's the last 3 episodes we haven't seen. So
now let's get back to Alexandria, where one of the best scenes of the show happens. Negan's out walking around. Yeah. So Spencer comes up to Negan with a bottle of whiskey, trying to make amends, and basically say, hey, how about I be the leader and you kill Rick for me?
See him in the mirror practicing right at first, and Negan was right, something he said about him. He's like, you just don't got the balls. If you wanted to be in charge, you would have killed Rick yourself. And what Spencer says is, I'll let you take this.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you.
He
says, look, my mom was the leader here. You need a leader. Rick has led us into nothing, but as soon as he showed up, everybody's dying. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you need a leader. and I think you should make me that leader. And Negan's little thing goes off in his head, and he says, now wait a minute, so you're coming up here telling me you should be the leader, you want me to kill Rick? Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. He's like, oh, so what you're saying is, you ain't got the guts! And he fucking just slices, exactly like the comic books, correct? Slices his guts right under his stomach, man. And he says, you ain't got the guts, do you? Because he's talking real close to him. All his guts start pouring out. And then when he hits the ground, he's like, oh, well, there they were.
So what have we seen from Negan so far? We know that he respects people, not just for adversary, whatever the word is.
One thing he said was, look, Rick is a hard motherfucker, and he's out there sucking it up.
Yep.
And he's getting me my shit.
So that no one else gets killed. Right?
So what are you doing? Even though Spencer did bring back a carload of goodies, but Negan hadn't seen that yet. So what are you doing?
So Negan likes people that are stuck up for themselves, right? And he doesn't like people being around being rats and shit. That's why he killed Abraham.
Spencer's kind of a snake with that shit.
He killed Abraham because he feared that Abraham would never bow down to him. And now we have Spencer trying to turn on his own leader. Why wouldn't Spencer turn on Negan later? So he's obviously got no love or respect for the guy.
That was the plan that he told Rosita on his way there. So to get in real close, and then we'll figure out a way from there. It's just going to take time.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, it's like snake political bullshit.
And then the turn of events happens. So Rosita has a bullet that Eugene made her. And in the comic books, a different person shoots Lucille. But Rosita pulls a gun out to shoot Negan. And by some Jedi force of nature, catches the bullet with Lucille.
I think she's just not a good shot.
It went right for her head. Bam!
Oh, she went like this, and he was kind of holding like this. I think it might have hit him over the shoulder. I don't even really see the hole in the bat in there, but
you see the bullet
obviously,
it's stuck in the bullet.
Oh, it's stuck, and okay. And Negan is pissed.
Yeah.
And so he has I forgot the black girl's name.
Oh, it'll be a question later, I'm sure.
He's got. I'll be looking that shit up then. She's got Rosita on the ground and says, he says, we're going to cut that little pretty face if you don't tell us who made this bullet, because he's examining the bullet. It's crimped and this and that. Yeah. And she leans up and says, it was me. As the knife cuts her face, she leans up into the knife like a badass.
Yeah.
I love that girl, man. She's badass.
And then she goes, kill somebody, turns around and shoots Olivia right in the head. Like not even 2 feet from Carl's face.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right in the cheekbone, man. And she was on the porch, so it went up to the brain. She's gone.
And Rick walks up with Andrew at this time, and he's like, what am I? He's like, this isn't our deal. And Negan's like, things had to be addressed.
Rick, how about a thank you? Mm-hmm. Your son came into my compound and blasted with an automatic rifle and blasted 2 or 3 of my guys, and I brought him home and fed him spaghetti.
Right, old SpaghettiOs, right?
He's like, and then somebody had to die, obviously, because I got shot at, and I killed the biggest one that's in charge of your food.
Did you a favor, right?
Another fat joke from Negan.
One more fat joke.
Oh, shit.
So, at the very end of the show, Rick's broken down to the point where now he's going to become Rick Tater again. And so he goes to the hilltop to get his
Spencer wakes up as a zombie, too. That's
oh, yeah, that was a good scene. He kills him again. Kills him again.
Rick kills him, right?
Yeah, kills him again. So he walks to the hilltop, and who does he see? He sees Maggie, Daryl, Jesus. Everyone's ready to go to war.
Maggie's at the top looking out into the wind there. She gets a big smile on her face. Runs down. They open the gates. It's Rick and the gang and shit. And then you see Maggie and Sasha first. Mm-hmm. And then boom, around the corner comes Daryl. They give each other a big old bro hug. And then they're talking about, he's telling Maggie she's right. I should have listened to you from the beginning. We should have fought, this and that. And then as he says that, Daryl pulls out Rick's gun and gives it to him. And man, it's time to fight back. Everybody's making their fight plans.
Yeah. Good review that they have to get those girls, they have to go get the kingdom. It's gonna be an all-out war, and Negan has no idea what's coming for him because
if they do it like a comic book, this should make for some awesome cinema.
Yeah, well, you see, a lot of Negan's men, you might have seen the turmoil. They don't respect him or love him; they're afraid of him. And if you're afraid of someone,
really goes down, they're gonna fucking scatter, I believe.
Good review, baby.
Indeed. Here's about the time we tell you we're gonna where we would drink this whiskey. Trav, where would you drink this whiskey?
Usually before, during, and after I'm taking a shit, I would drink this whiskey.
As I think we were speaking about earlier, it's Canadian mouthwash here. Before you go on a Canadian date and chew a piece of Big Red, you just switch it around there.
In the spirit of Christmas, let's just say nice things about this whiskey. Okay. It's obviously a black tie whiskey. He's formally dressed, right?
I would drink
a brooch.
if I would lived in a trailer and had an incest mother relationship. Yeah.
I would drink this whiskey. What's that whiskey?
We would just drink this whiskey.
It's kind of whiskey you use, like, so you ever go wine tasting and you just spit it out. You just wash your mouth out with that whiskey and spit that out.
Or if you really want to fuck somebody and they got a dark wine going on, just go by, give it a little nan it, pour it in their wine. It'll totally flip them out.
And it's 80 proof, so you'll tell the truth.
Yeah, I mean this is it's kind of like Black Velvet. But Black Velvet's way better. This is Canadian Crest here. I mean this is bottom shelf at Safeway, people.
I like the Bale Crest.
But you know what? If your check's short and you got $10, this is the way to go. If you got 5 friends coming over and you're all broke as fuck, buy this whiskey, guaranteed to have a good time, and 2 of your friends will probably fight.
It is a triple C though, Canadian Club Crest and the Country Club Crest.
Yeah.
Gotta get that. 3 C's down.
Ways.
Thanks guys. Good review, baby.